pay my bills. Let me see if this thing is on. Refresh. Loading YouTube Studio. Can I get some Y's in the chat if you all are there? 29, 30 seconds pass already and I see no comments. Okay, we have some comments. So what you're telling me is the delay is actually 30 seconds. If streaming finish, bring it back. 37 new subscribers in this stream. All the new subscribers, follow me on Instagram to know what is happening with me and thing. Very likely I'll be forming a new page, new group, everything for all the online stuff I do. So here's a new live up. Yeah, let's have a new live up. Come over to the new live. I might have to do some renaming and thing. I have to do some fixing up. Done. Let's click done. Okay, let me just focus on this. I'll just focus on this. Alright, so yeah. 130 videos, securing that thing. Let me secure the bag. Forget what I was saying to myself there. Oh yeah, this is my Instagram. All the new viewers, just follow me on Instagram. You can do that now. As I'm bringing up the question, bring up your Instagram. If you're on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. You know, when I'm popping up with new videos, new topics, you can ask me stuff there. But DM in a mess right now, it will take a little while to unclog the DMs, but you know, now we're doing things. So yeah, we're continuing straight up. I don't know if this separately live or if it will be disjointed. I'll just name one part 1 and part 2 for those who want to view in the morning and whatever. You know, at the last minute crew. Describe fully the transformation that maps DEF to the new one object to its image. Alright, so Alia, describe this transformation fully there. Since everybody was saying that this was real easy, describe it for me. Let me know. You all seeing me? Why is in the chat if you're seeing me, please? Describe, actually, when I say why is in the chat with 147 people, is just rotation about origin in an anti-clockwise direction. Jarrell, come to the front of the class. That's correct. So rotation about the origin in an anti-clockwise direction at an angle. This man say everything. This man just say everything. So people is say, you know, people is right. Some people will just write is a rotation. You know what will happen? Your examiner going and watch that and be like, okay, 1 out of the 3 marks. 1 out of the 3 marks. 1 out of the 3 marks. And yes, you're correct. It is a rotation. But you need to tell us more. You need to tell us the center of rotation. You can clearly see here that this is 0, 0. The way for finding center of rotation is kind of weird method. You have to connect the 2 points, get the perpendicular bisector. But actually, you can use your eyes here and see that this is the center, right? Because this is 1, 2, and now this is 1, 2. You can use your eyes and see that the origin is the center. And you also, so you say what that is a rotation. You see that what type of rotation, what was the center of rotation. You need to say how much degrees, in what direction. So if you say 90 degrees, center of thing, you might just get 2 marks because you didn't state the direction. 90 degrees in a anti-clockwise direction, right? Now, another thing you could have said is Blade. I see Blade say it. I just see it sneak past in the chat there. You could have said 270 degrees in a clockwise direction. There was 90 degrees anti-clockwise or 270 clockwise. If you're feeling little, you want to be the odd one out, you're still going to get it correct, but you just be a little different than the majority of people. Alright, next part of the question. On the grid above, draw the triangle, the reflection of this triangle in the x-axis. I will just do that quickly, show you how to do this. You wouldn't believe people is mess up this, eh? What they're asking us to do is reflect the second triangle, this one. We want to reflect that in the x-axis, that is this axis down here, right? Everybody know the x-axis is. What the most common mistake I see as a teacher correcting this is people is just do this. Tell me what's the problem here. Tell me what's the problem there. That's one mistake I see. Tell me what's the problem there in that question. So you had 186. We lost about 100 people or more just because of a disconnection issue. I hope they know to refresh and come back into this live and think. Could you all, if there's another live up or if we chat in the other live, just tell them that we on this new live. Press like on the video. That's the thing. Let me see how much likes popped here. Oh, I can't see it. You all tell me how much likes here. Press likes on it. That really helps in sending you notifications out. And share the video. So if you can just take a little moment and share the video onto your social media, that would really help. So those two metrics is what really pushes the notifications out. Share the video. Or you can directly share it by taking a screenshot and posting it too, so that people will just come onto it. Alright, yeah, so press like, 41 likes, and you see 175. Don't forget to press like. I know most of the time people they just forget, they're just taking in the information, but press like. Yes, so I'm saying, what's the problem here? The problem here is that they didn't use the mirror line. This supposed to be reflected down. So it's supposed to reflect here. You would freak out if you come in a mirror and you're standing up far from the mirror, but the person in the mirror is very close. That will be very freaky. That would be break that mirror and send it in the garbage, right? Because they're supposed to be equal distance away from the mirror line. And it's very common, and even people who know not to do this mistake is make this mistake for some reason. The next mistake that's not so common is that people will do this. This. I don't know why people do that. This was the problem with this one. This is a slide. You just slide it and reflect. When you reflect, it needs to like flip. You could call it a flip, right? So if this is a reflection, you're thinking that it needs to flip, right? Alright, enough talk about that. Let's do the next question. Let me see if I can find the next question. So this is not the answer. Let me cut this out here. The answer was this. You need to go same distance apart. This one is like 1, 2, 3 higher than this. So you put your points there. Don't put that dot for your points. Your point should be X's like that. And you connect them. Oh, our next mistake is naming the wrong thing. Make sure you line up the names properly. I just try to cover all the little tips. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy. Feeling dizzy. This is F double prime, D double prime, E double prime. Maybe I need to take a break. So E double prime there. So why am I naming it like that? This need to match the image need to match the object. Don't go and mess up the naming. Think about the naming properly, right? Okay, so let's look at the next question. I think people are saying at the ending of this paper I have something, a transformation. Matrix transformation. Yes, there it is, a matrix transformation. Matrix transformations can be, when you look, if you go and look in a textbook and you have like maybe the Raymond Tulsi textbook, or one of those kind of textbooks that are really large, if you look at a matrix transformation, you will be amazed. There is a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn. So I teach people, and the online class, we didn't come to that topic yet. We did matrices except matrix transformation. So I'll show you some ways to just shorten the amount of information it has. So this was the question. I kind of cut off the top of the question bad there, but that was a 0, right? Was that a 0? That was a 0. The matrix T is this, maps this point to that. Determine the value of C and D. So matrix transformation works like multiplying a matrix by the coordinate. Now, how this multiplication works is this will have to change to a column matrix, this as well. So how multiplication works is that, can we write it like this, C00D, or should we write it like this, 2, 3, first one or second one? Should we do the first one or the second one? So matrix transformation works by taking the transformation matrix and multiplying it by the coordinates and getting the new coordinates. To transform, you multiply by the matrix transformation, which is usually T. A lot of people say two people say the second one, 2 or 3 people say the second one, and that's a little scary. 3 people, Mel, you from the class, you say the second one. While I say the second one, remember matrix transformation. This is a 2 by 1, and this is a 2 by 2. These two numbers are not the same, so this kind of multiplication cannot work. You need to go so. Now this one is a 2 by 2, a 2 by 1, and you're accustomed seeing this too. This is the, if you're going to, the question that come in tomorrow in matrices will very likely have this kind of multiplication taking place. You might have to find x, y, which is the inverse of the coefficient matrix, and I have this simultaneous equation. The chances of a simultaneous equation is very high. Come in. So if you don't know that, just look up simultaneous equation matrices on the channel and make sure you get a revision in before. 275 people. The minute you press like, the views just pop up because more notifications is gone. So all these 275 people, if you all could just do me a kind favor, not me, yeah, me too, do me a favor and the other people that you will help a favor and press like on the video and share the video on your social media quickly. So we're going to use this and you're just going to multiply and figure out what C and D is. You're going to use the first one and multiply and figure out what C and D is. Alright, so C, remember it's row by column, giving you this. Then this row, let me use a different color. Red, row by column again. I can put it on there. Going to give me this one now. Catchy vibes? So I'm just going to write it out and good things should happen. C by 2, which is really 2C, plus 0 by 3, because that's how it's work. This by this by this. Right? I hope you remember how to do a little matrix multiplication. Is equal to 2. And then 0 by 2 plus D by 3 is equal to negative 3. So 0 by 2. So this is nothing. 0 by 3. I could just leave it out. 0 by 2. That's Chavi crying in the background there. D by 3. Or instead of writing D by 3, I'll put 3D is equal to negative 3. So this one seems to tell me that C is 1 because 2C is equal to 2. So C is equal to 2 divided by 2. C is 1. Well done, well done. And D, 3D is equal to negative 3 because this goes 0 by 2. So 3D, so D is equal to negative 3 over 3, which is negative 1. When I do the multiplication, I should have put brackets, but that passed already. Alright, so negative 1. Right. So this is the, I think this is the neatest way to figure it out. You could not write this and just do this and then get a matrix and then equate the two. And this is the neatest way to show the working. I mean, this is looking not neat right now, but in proper handwriting, this is the best way to do this question. In proper handwriting. Next part of the question. So that's how you use transformation matrices. I think I have a public video on transformation. Matrix transformation. It's a little long. So you just search matrix transformation and look up that. And I did some stuff on matrix transformation there. Matrix transformation is actually a lot. It's a big topic. Let me just explain a little more. So you're always multiplying the transformation matrix by like the coordinates of x, y to get the new coordinates, right? Now what they're going to test here on is sometimes matrix transformation will flip it in the x-axis. And you know about that? Why is in the chat if you know about all these things? Sometimes the matrix transformation will flip it in the y-axis. And you need to know the types of matrices that do this. Now, I don't have it memorized off the bat, but you can figure it out based off of this magical matrix here. And you can figure it out very quickly. What is this matrix called? You're supposed to know what matrix this is called. If you multiply any matrix by this matrix, you're going to get back the same image. Right? You're going to get back the same thing. This is called the identity matrix. Right? So yeah, this is the identity matrix. Okay, let's continue with the question. And as we go on, maybe I'll teach as we go on. This is a kind of OJT kind of style teaching here. Determine determine. So yeah, I feel 10 o'clock is cutoff time. Determine the image of hey, I had to go to school fresh anymore. Tomorrow's the first day of school. And I had to beat the traffic because I'm going from Carpet to Five Rivers. So determine the image under the transformation T. Oh, this is not the image. Determine the image of this under the transformation T. So they want you to take T and deal with these matters and figure out what the image is. So what we find T to be, C was 1 and the next one was -1, but I forget what order it was in. So it's like this, 1, 0, 0, -1. Now you see, this is a modification of the identity matrix. This is probably going to flip it in some axis. You're going to do some kind of hanky-panky to the number here. Let me watch what's happening. So you bring the 5 and you bring the -4 here. And cut. And when I multiply this, I will realize that this is the x. This is going to deal with the x. So the x is going to stay the same. I'm going to end up with 5 plus 0, which is 5. And this is going to deal with the y. Because I'll end up with 0 by 5 and -1 by 4. Do you agree? So 0 plus, and this negative sign is going to change that to positive. So you're going to be positive 4 now. So the answer is 5, 4. What just happened here? What just happened here? By the way, I hope you realize that I'm just taking this and making it vertical when I'm doing my working, right? What just happened here is that this, aka the y coordinate, went from negative to positive. Let me just draw this quickly to see. We'll learn from this too. So we had -5, 4. Oh, I write the wrong thing here. Jano Star. Yeah, but like I tired. So I write the wrong thing here. I apologize. It was -5, 4. So -5, negative. Look at people quarreling with me and they were trying to tell me in the comments. Sorry, I don't watch the comments. It can be distracting sometimes. So I should have watched the comments there. In the end, this is going to be -5, -4. All right, okay, sorry. I apologize. I beseech your forgiveness. -5, -4 is the actual image here. But the lesson is the same. I multiplied this by that and I got this. This by that and I got this. But notice how this one, the y coordinate, that is switch. The y coordinate switch upon us. So I had -5, 4 to begin with. -5, 4. That was point. They didn't give me a name for a point, so they just call the point Shazima, S, right? So, and the image of this, what happened is that this went to -4. -5, 4 is here. -5, 4. But then I'm going down to -4. So the Shazima image here, it kind of blocked. So let me just bring it across. Move it across. Is over here. So what do you think happening here? And they're going to ask us this in the next question, but I just want to show you this T has a power. This is like an infinity stone here. This matrix transformation does things to anything. It will always do this. If I had a point over here, this matrix transformation is going to flip him over there. And strangely, if the point was like about here, so it's going to flip it back up here. This matrix transformation is a flipper. How can we describe this matrix transformation? The transformation matrix T always flips the point or reflects the point in the x-axis. So the next question is asking us, I didn't snap the next question, let me just snap the next question. It says to describe fully, and then there was this little trick question. Describe fully. Describe fully the transformation T. So reflection in x-axis. So I guess again, I mark for reflection and I mark for in x-axis. That's it. When you're talking about reflection, you just need to talk about the axis of symmetry, the axis of reflection. That's it. So reflection in the x-axis. Why is in the chat if you understand this? I want to make sure I'm connecting with people here. Seeing people talking about where they're going next and thing. Last year, numerous people found love in the chat. Numerous people found their significant other in the chat, and I'm not joking. I talked to some of them on Instagram. Find the matrix that maps the point Q back onto the point P. Yeah, so this is the next part of the question here. We want to go backwards. Now, what people do, this matrix here, we already realized, we established that this matrix T is a flipper. This will flip things in the x-axis. Although you notice what point is it, what coordinate is it interfering with? It's interfering with the y coordinate. It's changing the y coordinate, which results in a flip in the x-axis. So I guess you can immediately understand if I change this and I made this one and I put in negative here, this matrix here will flip it in the y-axis. Can come tomorrow. Think about it. And think about what will happen if I made this number like a 2. What will happen there? You'll be multiplying the x coordinate. And if I change the 2 numbers to 2, would that be an enlargement? Would that enlarge stuff? Think about it. Think about it. Look up my video on transformation matrix and take some time and learn these things. This is like a last topic, So if you have initial stuff that I need to know, like algebra and consumer arithmetic, make sure you know those things because those things come in for sure. This is like a 30-40% chance of coming. So this is like for those who learn off everything but forget to learn transformation matrix, make sure and learn your transformation matrix tonight. Alright, so cool. Yeah, let's just do the last question quickly. Find the matrix that maps the point Q back onto the point P. So how to go back? How to go backwards? Point P onto Q. Lubia, point P to Q. And how to go backwards? Do you know, in this case, I'm from Trinidad. Do you know in this case, you want to, can't you not hear the accent? You want to not interfere with the, it's 5%, my battery and 5%, so I'll be disconnecting the live after this. I'll be disconnecting the live after this and you'll stay tuned. Actually, I feel you call it quits here for tonight. Is there any other topic that you all really want me to go through? I'm taking long to get to the point on this question. The answer for this is the same matrix, by the way. The matrix that will do this, I think this went for 1 mark or 2 marks, is the same matrix. Because, sorry, this was a 0. If it flips stuff in the x-axis, it will always flip stuff in the x-axis. So if you use the matrix to flip, you have to use the same matrix to flip back. And I can prove it to you. This is 2, -3. If I multiply this matrix by the same matrix, 1, 0, 0, -1, what will happen is that I'll get back 2, 3, which is the initial point. Because it's going to change back this here. So people are saying vectors, consumer arithmetic, vectors, vectors, vectors. I did vectors. I did lots of stuff on vectors already. 2-3 days ago I was only doing vectors. Losing my voice. Statistics. Statistics is the #1 thing. Yeah, I was supposed to do statistics. So let me see if I can get the other iPad and I'll come back and do statistics for the people. And we'll call our George. We get a formula sheet. I'm sorry for laughing. If you're asking that, whoo! That means, yeah, boy, pressure. Yes, you get a formula, you get a formula sheet at the start of the paper. Look back at your past papers and see the formulas that they give you. There are some formulas that are not given, like coordinate geometry formulas and things, not given. So some formulas you need to memorize. completing these square formulas not given. So pray first. I just pray for the only time, brother. So we're coming back to do some stats. We're coming back to do some stats. What we'll do in statistics? What topic in statistics? What topic I coming by? Now I have everything up already. I have frequency, polygon, the big boys. The big boys are frequency, polygon, cumulative frequency, histogram, recently pie chart. They have all of those stuff done already. Alright, come, alright. Just saying. It was a kind of weird question. That's if you get a formula sheet. Frequency polygon. You all want to do the frequency polygon question? Frequency polygon question. Cumulative frequency. Somebody say cumulative frequency. Only you marry, you know that for sure? Alright. So y'all, I may come back on because I'm feeling very tired. So I may come back on and we'll do some cumulative frequency. So look out for that. I just get lost in the comments there for a little second. It was nice to do some last minute revision with you all. I think we did about 3 or 4 topics, 3 topics. And my channel has hundreds, dozens, going to be hundreds soon. And then 200 or maybe over 200. I can't remember the last time I checked how much videos. But plenty videos and all the topics in maths, nearly all the topics. So you can spend some time on the channel just revising. In the meanwhile, look out, just keep refreshing in case I come back on live to do a little cumulative frequency with you all. Feel like I do a cumulative frequency recently. Oh, that's in the crash course. That's in the crash course. Drink a Monster, son. I don't drink energy drinks, better man. I stopped that long time ago. Alright, later.